AutoKeyCars.com is a sponsor of this video. Please go check them out. Tell them that Freedom Inc. sent you. To the whiteboard of knowledge, as CRS Firearms would say. And he's got that little bitty home board over there, little big girl's board. Wait till you see my whiteboard of knowledge. Watch this. Damn garage wall. So, this is kind of basic economics, but not really, because it might take you a second to think about it. If this is the $20 an hour mark right here, and this is the minimum wage amount now, and we raise the minimum wage amount to right here, we didn't just make half the country richer. We made the greater half of the country who has spent 20 years working or 10 years working or 4 years at their job or whatever it may be, poorer. See how that works? Because when these guys go from $9 an hour to $15 an hour, this guy who makes $22 an hour, $20 an hour is going to stay right where he's at. So we're making the rich richer and the poor poorer by creating a minimum wage that's higher. The better thing to do would be to do away with minimum wages, let the market take over. That'd be the best thing to do. And it would do, but see, doing it this way, right here, and a lot of people don't realize this is also something this does, is this promotes illegal immigration. Well, how does it promote illegal immigration, you say? How many people that have strawberry farms or, whatever kind of businesses are going to be able to afford to pay that $15 an hour that's mandated by the federal government? But what I suspect will happen is when these places can't pay it, the first or second time they get busted, what will happen is the federal government will come in and say, oh, you can't afford to pay them? Well, we'll give you some money. We got you. We got you. We'll give you a little socialism check and everything will be okay. But this is not good for the people. If you want to make $15 an hour, I'll tell you what you do. You can go to trade school. You can go to trade school for, I think my trade school was, I want to say it was like 8 months long. Might have been 10 months. 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. You can work a full-time job. Plenty of people there did. I was fortunate enough that I had a wife that was working, so I didn't have to because she didn't want me to be stressed out at the time. So I took off while I was in trade school. But I went from making nothing because I didn't have a job at the time, because just bad decisions in life, to making $20 an hour. That was the first job I got out of trade school. I was making $20 an hour. Now I really wasn't even doing that much work. I could have trained my 14-year-old son to do it. That's how simple it was, and I'm not being funny when I say that. But the difference between my 14-year-old son and me was I had a piece of paper saying I could do this, saying I was certified to do this. Really, that don't even matter. If you can just do it is the main thing. So if you want to make $20 an hour, I'll tell you what you do. You go spend $1,500 on a welder. You can go buy one. Actually, you can go buy one that's cheaper than this for about $800. It's actually a decent welder. And you go to all the, you're going to need a grinder too. Buy a grinder, buy some cutoff wheels. Other than that, you can get all your scrap for free. I mean, from the dump, from job sites to, managers will give you drops if you just tell them what you're trying to do. The manager of the job sites. And you teach yourself how to weld. You can go to the library and get books and learn about penetration. Learn all the different kinds of welds that there are, and you get to weld it. It's that simple. And you make a couple phone calls, and you go make $20 an hour in a relatively short amount of time. I could teach you enough to make $20 an hour in a few weeks. Probably less than that, depending on if the job was specific and I knew what the job was going to be, and I just needed to teach you how to do that. I could teach you in a few days. The first job I had, where I made $20 an hour out of school, I could have taught you how to do that job in literally a day. Like that's how unserious it was. Like I could have, it wasn't nothing critical. There was no critical welds where people were going to be falling, bridges are going to be falling or nothing like that. But that is what's going to happen. But by Biden raising the minimum wage, he's in essence going to be making the middle class poor.